Hello and welcome back to Mike's Basement. I'm Michael, or Mike, as you probably know already. And I have some exciting news for you. For those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. And for those of you who are part of my channel and have been for some time now, subscribe and all that, welcome back. The exciting news is that I have found my way back into Star Citizen. I've held a little hiatus from Star Citizen, if you will. And I think that I owe to explain to you why that is the case. So let's get started with that. First of all, I found my passion back for Star Citizen. Let me say, for those of you who are new to my channel, I have a master's degree in physics and astronomy from the University of Copenhagen. It's not for bragging, but it's sort of to underline the reason why I have sort of a certain passion for space and space exploration and space observation and all that. It comes from that, or you could actually say it's the other way around. My degree, the reason I have the degree I have, comes from the fact that I'm very passionate about space. I would like to consider space as it is done in Star Trek. It is the final frontier, and I truly, honestly see it like that. I do. So let's get started. Let me try to sort of briefly explain why I have taken a little hiatus from Star Citizen, but now have found my way back again. So the thing is that there's been a recent set of updates to Star Citizen. We have gotten a lot of updates very fast, and that's good. That really is good. But the thing is that it, first of all, makes it pretty hard to make these storyline gameplay loops that I've done. The storyline I have made for you with Gordon Freeman, the person formerly known as Gordon Freeman, who now goes under the name of Mike Hansson. Very inventive, huh? Yeah, but nevertheless, that seems to catch certain people in the storytelling, and I honestly will say I do like to tell stories. I do like to invent this story, and in my opinion, basically Star Trek, Star Citizen is simply the best place to do that. It is an open sandbox, so you yourself make your story inside Star Citizen, so it's perfect for that. But the recent set of updates that we have gotten, combined with the fact that I have made some choices for my account on Star Citizen, sort of ship-wise and all that, sort of in a relatively short amount of time, made it completely impossible to keep that sort of red line, that story about this person to make sense. Let me try to briefly sort of delve into what it means. So we have this person, Gordon Freeman, who is thrown out of his universe on Earth and then thrown these about 1,000 years into the future and lands on a foreign planet. He's almost going to die because he can't breathe and all that. He finds his way inside, and he finds this ship. He doesn't know what it's called, but it's an Aurora little ship. He flies around in that, and then suddenly, just boom, he gets a freelancer. he gets no, sorry. First, he gets an he gets new ships relatively fast. So he gets an Avenger Titan. Then he gets I'm not sure I actually have the Avenger Titan in the series. I don't think so. But then he gets a just suddenly I had to invent a story where he gets the Cutlass Black, and then suddenly I had to reinvent a new story where he gets the Freelancer Max, and now I would have to invent a story where he both has a new ship. It's not the Freelancer Max anymore. I have the Constellation Andromeda because I've re-opted for the Constellation Taurus, and also I've been able to buy 2 caterpillars in the game, so I suddenly had to sort of explain where those ships came from. And also I am a subscriber on Star Citizen on CIG, Cloud Imperium Games, where I Each month I get a new ship of the month that I can fly around, and every time they launch a new ship, I get to fly that ship for a week, and that's really cool because I like that. I like to sort of experience these new ships. But the problem is that in order to make a series about it, I would have to rule out, sort of block out the way that you can see these ships, or I would have to invent yet another story on where in the world those ships came from. And I could say that he had loaned them or he was gifted them, but in the end, just my opinion, I think it would seem a little bit unconnected. It doesn't add up. The story doesn't add up. So instead I have decided to change the format a little bit. I have also changed my name. I am no longer called Mike Hansson in Star Citizen. My new name is
the Great Dane.
It comes from several things. I liked the wordplay that a Great Dane is a big dog that is definitely not Danish, but it is big. But also that I am a pretty, big fella. I am about 6 feet something. In meters, I am 1 meter and 87 centimeters, so almost 1 meter and 90 centimeters. Those of you who know that can recalculate it to feet if you want to. And also I've grown a little sort of in the middle of my body. So yeah, I'm gotten fatter, to say it just plainly out loud. Older and fatter. So yeah, my new name is the Great Dane. And I think in order to make a storyline that works, I'll still tell stories, but instead of telling Mike Hansson or Gordon Freeman's story, I'll tell my story. I will give you my experience of Star Citizen. I'll give you my experience of the verse. My experience seen through my avatar's eyes. So that's going to be the new format. I'm going to tell you what I like to do in the verse. I will probably also make videos where I do some shenanigans with my orc, Cobra Force. If you want to be part of a force, if you want to be part of an orc and don't know what it should be, look up Cobra Force. We always welcome new members, and we are a great bunch of fellas. And quite many, actually. The last time I played, we almost filled up an entire server, which in retrospect is both funny and annoying at the same time. So yes, I've decided to try to find a way to sort of reinvent the way that I want to tell about Star Citizen. But also, let me tell you about the little hiatus that I took from it, which is sort of where I initially went. So the last couple of patches in Star Citizen has made the two things in this game that I like doing most. And you're going to see me do that a lot in these series. So strap on. Is trading or hauling. Because I think if you say what do you do? I'm a trader. Then it sounds like you are a trader and not a trader. Someone that betrays people and not someone that trades the trades, yeah. So yes, I'm a hauler. So I like doing hauling. That's why I've opted for these ships. And also when I can't haul, when I don't want to, when it fills me up and I just want to do anything else, I want to go out and take my little rock remote ore collector and mine. That's what I like to do also. The thing is that the last couple of patches has made it so that when you land on an outpost, you risk your ship just vanishing. Just like that. Gone. And in the previous patches, I think 3.10, somewhere around there, it was that when you could risk that your ship just suddenly vanishes also there. But usually you could just backspace, that is, commit harikiri, and then being transported to the place you previously landed. And then your ship would be stored there. But in the new patch, in 3.11, that's no longer the case. So what happens is that the ship just still vanishes out of thin air. It can happen before you get to fill it up with commodity, and it can happen after you fill it up with a commodity. But the trick here is that you cannot reclaim the ship. But you can reclaim it. You can't get it back. You can't get the ship back with the commodities inside, because it simply seems just to vanish in nowhere. So that sort of put a little stopper initially on my hauling. And then I thought to myself, well, then I can go mine, because you can earn roughly something about between 100 and 200,000 UEC per trip with the rock. Pretty decent income. The thing is that you risk when you spawn the rock, it will jump around and clip into the ground with or without you sitting in it. And so even I actually managed to get the rock inside my ship, landed with the ship, that is the Constellation Andromeda, got the elevator down, sat inside the rock, started it up, and then it clipped through the ground. So I tried numerous times to just get the rock to get somewhere where I could mine something, and it just didn't work. So I gave up on that as well. So I finally decided for myself that maybe I should look into other games. So I've been reinvested a little bit in The Long Dark. And as you probably have seen by now, I have been very much invested in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 with all its lacks and features and all that. I mean bugs. But nevertheless, I'm back, baby, in Star Citizen, and let's get going. So we're going to launch into the Stanton system. Best location. This is how my... not him. Yeah. This is how my character looks now. I try to make him look as I look to the best of my ability, but the nose is wrong. The mouth is probably somewhat okay. The eye color, I certainly don't have brown eyes. Let's change that. I have... well, my wife says I have blue eyes, but I think I have sort of greenish eyes. So let's say that this is my eye color. Let's try. Yeah. Something like that. That looks more... not that. Yeah. And my nose, well... honestly... let's see. Yeah, my nose is probably more something like this. Let's see. Yeah. There we are. And yeah, the rest seems pretty okay. Let's accept it, save it, and let's go into the game. Welcome to Star Citizen. All right, we are here. I'm pretty sure that I have spawned at what is called Bikini Point. So let me show you some of the things that are... oops, wrong button. Completely new here. So first of all, I still have these fine 5 point something million UEC. That doesn't have changed much. Let's see, let's go in here. Yeah, let's take a look at the ships first. Because now that we're starting on a new series, I can actually introduce the ships that I have and I'm using. So I've bought the Aegis Saber. In-game, that is. And I've still not decided whether I should go with... let me just show you. Now, for the time being, I have put on Panther repeaters on it. So they are fixed, they're not non-gimbaled. Now, the Saber... I think it looks so cool. It's such a beautiful ship, even though it has this big triangular sort of rump shaped body here, but it has these tomcat-like wings, and it is a stealth fighter, so it has a relatively low cross section. There it was. So it has a relatively low cross section, meaning that it is hard for other ships to see it, and the equipment that has been put into it is sort of relatively in the same ballpark. So I have bracer, and for some reason it doesn't tell me. There it was. No, that's Arctic Storm. But yeah, bracer. They are Great Sea military size 1s. For the power plant, I have sonic lights. They are stealth class C. Not the best, but enough. For the shields, I have the Mirage, which is a stealth grade A. I have a Palisade, which is a industrial grade A, and I have an FR66, which is a military grade A. So what does this mean? Well, the Mirage shields are stealthy, so they don't emit much EM, but they are very fast at regenerating. They don't have that much hit points, but they are very fast. The Palisade has a lot of hit points, but it's not very fast at regenerating. It does emit more EM, so it lowers the stealth that the ship has. And finally, I have the FR66, which is somewhere in between. They are supposed to be fast regenerating, and they are, but they take a little bit more time to sort of spool up, or what you get the power that they need requested, but they have more hit points than the Mirage shields. Weaponry, I have missile racks. I have size 3 missile racks, so I have 4 missiles. And then I have these size 4s, size 3 laser repeaters. So I'm sort of speculating whether I should get gimbal size 2s or keep the fixed size 3s. Then I have the ballista. I haven't used that much. It's sort of a anti-aircraft, basically tank. So it's an armored vehicle where you have a turret here with Gatlings on, and then you have a turret here with missiles and torpedoes. They are practically both of them actually missiles. So let me just show you what they got. So we have scimitar size 5s, and we have Helion size 7s. So these two are the size 7s, and these are the size 5s, those that you see the inner rack here. And just like with the ships, you can change it out if you want to. I haven't done that yet because there's some graphical issues with some of them. Then I have this little ship here, the Pisces. So I bought this ship because I wanted something like the Aurora MR, which I didn't have at that point. But then again, a ship that I could use that was small, maneuverable, and relatively fast, that would be ideal for box missions. And so this ship is ideal for box missions because you have a ramp, you have space for boxes inside. This is a little cargo area. You can actually have 2 people sitting here, and then the pilot is here. It's a really small and nimble ship. It doesn't have a lot of shields, it doesn't have a lot of firepower, but it sort of remedies that by being for box missions alone. It is part of the Carrack expedition sort of combo, so you can actually land this little ship here inside a Carrack. The Anvil Hornet F7C is also a vessel that I have, and they have released these top turrets here, the ball here, and they have released sort of this little double turret down here, so you can have size 1s, I think it is. So I have, let's just check it. So the gimbal, I have size 2s. They are here. The nose turret has size 1s turrets on, so this whole section can move around. And the Hornet ball turret has size 2 repeaters on this up here. So it's a pretty hefty ship actually, but still big and not very maneuverable, especially compared with this Saber. Then I have a Caterpillar, and I don't know where it is. It's placed somewhere. I don't use this much. This one here, because I have 2. There's a pretty good explanation for that. It is completely stock with all the stock weapons and all that. The one that I use is this one here. I've upgraded this. So it still has the Pontus quantum drive, which is pretty fast actually. It still has the stock thermal core coolers. It still has the stock power plants, but I've put in a stronghold shield instead. So that means that it's pretty tough. I've upgraded the what? Oh, maybe it's because it doesn't want to show me this for some reason. There we went. So yeah, no, it got the parapet shield. So it's size A, size 3, grade A industrial. It's pretty tough. It's not very fast regenerating, but it got a heck of a lot of hit points. Then I've put in the neutron repeaters on all the weapons, except for the turrets where we have size 4 Rhino repeaters. They are pretty hefty. This is a trading ship, or if you will, a hauler. It can hold 500 and something at 576, I think it is. SCUs, sorry. I'm going to introduce for you what that means. SCU down the line. I'm going to take you, like I said, on a trip where I'll tell you about my experience of Star Citizen. Then here it is. My little Grey Cat Rock. This is a little remote miner. So you can use this fine little car here to mine, basically. So I'm going to show you at one point when we get to, I think, 3.11.1, where they should have fixed this problem with the rock disappearing down to the ground and jumping around when you spawn it. How we actually mine with the rock. Then I still have the Loner Freemaxer, the Loner Max. I don't use that at all, actually. Yeah, it's not supposed to look like that. And the Origin M50 Interceptor is a fast ship. I think it's a racer, actually. I don't use it because I don't race. I'm not sure about that. But it's the ship of the month. Yay. Then we have the Aurora MR. Good old Aurora MR. It is back. It is back because this comes as a loaner with the Origin. The rock, the miner. So you have a ship and you have a car. You can't put the rock inside the Aurora MR, which, well, honestly makes it a little strange. But nevertheless, that's the choice that they have made. So you can do both. Then we have my Constellation Andromeda, where this is this is a duplicate. So we're going to take the next one, which is the number 2. Looks just the same. And this is the ship that I'm currently mainly using for a wide variety of different purposes. I'm opting for what is called the Constellation Taurus. It looks very much like this ship here, but instead of having the snub fighter down here, we have a cargo room that almost extends all the way back. So yeah, I'm looking very much forward to get that ship. Then we have some cars. The Ursa Rover. It is simply something like an personal carrier. APC, armored personal carrier. I'm not sure how armored this is, but it's somewhat of a personal carrier. It's a little bit like a smaller version of the personal carrier from Aliens, that is Alien 2. We have weapons here on top of it. When you start the car, this weapon will slide up and you can use it as a protective turret. Then I have some Cyclones. Some of them are because I bought duplicates for some reason. So we have the normal Cyclone car. You can fit one SCU box in here that you can drive around in. Then we have the AA, which is the one with missiles. So it's an anti-aircraft ship. An anti-aircraft vehicle. A little bit, and it has a radar on and all that. A little bit like the Ballista, but a smaller version, faster version. So where the ballista is basically meant to be sitting at a point still, this car here is meant to drive around and be fast and maneuverable, and simply it can send it missiles away and then move fast away, so that the ships it is targeting can't really hit it or have a hard time hitting it. So we can take a look. It has size 4 missiles, I think it is, or something like that. No, size 2 missiles. So then we have the Racer. It is just fast. That's it. The race car. Then we have the Explorer. So it has a big radar on top and sensors and all that. This might be the one where we also have an EMP on. I can't remember whether it's the AA or the RN that has a repeater. And you have to duplicate. And then finally you have sort of the fast maneuverable weapon slot, where you have a turret on top here with weapons on, and you can drive around and shoot. Sort of a ground vehicle for support and all that. Light and maneuverable. And finally, I still have the Vandal Scythe for some reason. I can't use it for anything because the graphics in it is bugged, and yeah, it has a lot of problems, but that's okay. It's a pretty... It's actually a okay, beautiful ship, but it's just weird when you fly it. So yeah, that's the garage that I have right now. So what I would like to show you is I'm trying to sort of find a good route for trading, for hauling. And right now I have a route that goes from Levski to HL3 to Port Olisar to Galat Family Farms, I think it's called, to probably HL5. I haven't decided on that yet. It's a joker or an option. To area 61 at Walla, in where we are now. We are in Bajini Point, and then to Bajini Point, and then back to Levski again. So let's get started, and let me show you what my plan is. Oh yeah, let me show you something else. So this was the ships. So because we have Halloween, so there's been sort of different things that we can do regarding Halloween. So let me just show you some of it. First of all, I'm going to put on this scrappy suit here instead. So look at that. It's sort of stitched together from different things. Let me show you the helmets that I have. So the first one, I have had the Paladin helmets. You have probably seen that. For some reason, I also bought this. I'm not sure I'm going to use it. It's more sort of a piratey, but and then we have this Oracle. It's okay. Okay, cool. But the new stuff is these. Whoop. That was different. Let's try that again. So we have a helmet here with a bear. So this is with the orange or purple. Sorry, purple, not orange. One more. That's the dark bear. Oh yes. Let's put that on. The Fieldsbury dark bear helmet. And they look really terrifying in sort of a strange way. And then finally I have gotten this, I think it's down here in the bottom, the Hill Horror helmet. So this helmet is one you got if you, let's put that on. This is the helmet that you get if you scan. You don't get it anymore, I think. I'm pretty sure that you don't. If you scanned the guy at Benny's Hench, I fortunately haven't gotten a video with that. You can check out Benny's Hench, Cobra, which is sort of the head man of Cobra Force. He definitely has a video where you can see exactly that. Let me see if I have anything interesting also to put on. Nah, that doesn't look right. What about this? Yeah, that seems more like it. It's more. And Arms Desert. Yeah. Do I have any Calico? Yeah, Lakes Desert. Yeah. That seems a little bit fitting. Little too pretty, but still. So that's the way I'm going to look now. Alright, so first order of business must be to get something to drink. Because I am starving and I am almost dying of thirst. No, I'm not really starving, but I definitely need something to drink. I've heard a lot of comments about people that sort of annoyed about this survival part of Star Citizen, but I actually think that it adds a heck of a lot to the game. I think it adds more immersion to the game. I know it's a pain in the butt that you need to find somewhere constantly where you can get something to eat and get something to drink, but honestly, I think, let's just take a look. Oh, look at that. Oh, he's just terrifying. Imagine meeting him on a dark night. Let's just do something else. Let's remove this. Like that. And let's just put in the knife. Like that. Oh yes. Oh yes. A knife murderer. Alright, let's get going. Alright, so one of the things that they have changed in 3.10, I think it was 3.10, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Maybe 3.11, I can't remember, is this. Instead of having, when you arrive at a station, having to find your way around and run through corridors and even more corridors to figure out where the heck you really are and how you get something to eat and all that, you just have elevators. So let me just show you. And Bikini Point is the perfect place to show you this. I want to do something. Actions, player, emote, dance. Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, go baby, go. Yes, yes, yes. Oh yeah. But we need something to drink. So that was funny. Let's quick buy it. And when you open the soda, check this out. He does it right. Not any strange arm twisting where it go. I'm not sure how the heck he did it, but that arm must have hurt really bad the day after. Let's put it there. Oh, wait a second. Wasn't there? Yeah, there was a litter box. Another litter box. It's for cats. Like a trash bin. There we go. One more. He's really, it's a healthy guy. My Great Dane here. Mike the Great Dane. Oh yes, that's me. I think also this format is going to make it place much easier for me to make this more fun for you actually, because I can be more like myself. All right, let's drink this. I think that should give us all the hydration. No. We need one more. Yeah, that's right. Whoops. Just put it right next to the to the trash bin. All right, so let's trash can, trash bin. Let's get a fizz cola. Drink up. Down the hatch. There we go. Let's see if I can do it right this time. There we go. Come on, put it in. No, not there. Okay. All right, so hi How are you? Hello? Are you there? Hello? Hola? Ciao? Hi? You can't see me, right? Hey. ¿Cómo estás? Oh, never mind. Let's take this one. I'm not sure what that is. Yakisapo? Dog. Jeez. Oh well. Wow. Just manifested out of thin air. And, well, I suppose that's a way to eat as well. Alright, so let me show you. When you arrive at the stations from now on, and this doesn't go for all the stations, I will admit. I have to put on my scary helmet. So you arrive at this area here. Boo! Boo! But scared? Huh? 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 Let me just give him something insensitive. No, not my... No. He's just standing there. So what do you want? Let's just flex for him. Sure. Yeah. He's just as completely cool as just sod off, man. You craphead. Let me see. What we're gonna do? We're gonna point at him. Point. Hey, you! Get back here. Don't turn your back on me. I have a knife. Yeah, you heard me. I have a knife. I'm not afraid to use it. Stop. Oh well. Maybe I'm not as scared as I think I look. Alright, so let's get back to business. So when you arrive here, and that's one of the beautiful things about the change that we've made to the outposts. Mainly the three big outposts, that is Port Tressler, Bikini Point, and Eros Harbor. So Tressler is over Microtech, Bikini Point is over Accorp, and Eros Harbor's over yeah, what's it called? Lawville. It's Christ. Hurston. Of course. So you arrive there, right there. Now I can do it again. Fine. Okay, let's try again. You arrive there. Yeah, that's a quick point. Yeah, he doesn't want to point. There. And if you're hungry, you can go right in here. Get a hot dog. Of course, not all the stations have hot dogs when you arrive there. They have different things. Let me just remove the chat here. But there you can go get something to eat. If you want to enjoy the view, you can go up here. And look at that. Look at that. I have to say, one of the things that I enjoy, without any doubt, mostly with Star Citizen, is the scale of things. Things that are supposed to be big are big. They look big. They feel big. You have a system. Right now we have 4 planets and some kind of 4 planets and some kind of planetoid with Levski on. A big asteroid, whatever it is. And then we have real distances. Now I know there is sort of a oh, I didn't notice that there are actual letters there. Look at that. FLXHL DXTHL. I wonder what that means. Something about the station, perhaps. Maybe it's the sort of code name for it. Nevertheless, I think the scale here is 1 to 6. So there's a sixth of a distance between the planets compared to, for example, a real solar system. But nevertheless, the scale of things here, it's incredible. Now, I will tell you this first episode is probably going to be a little bit longer than usual because I want to show you the interior of this station here, what they have done. So this is what you see when you arrive. This is all you have to navigate. You can go up the stairs here and go up there and look at sort of let me just show you. It's basically the same, it's just higher up. So you can stand here and watch. So this is where we were just before. And that's it. And you have this, I mean, one of the things that I think that the CIG has done ever so brilliantly about this game is that they have made so many redundant things here. Like, for instance, this couch where I'm sitting right now. It has absolutely no use at all. Yes, you can go down and buy a soda and you can probably, hopefully place it on the table without it disappearing. But other than that, you can't use it for anything. You have plants here. You can't do anything with them. But it adds to the atmosphere. It adds to the atmosphere. Think about any office you've been in, any house, any building. There's a lot of redundant stuff that you would never use if you worked there or if you lived there. But they're there because, well, that's what people do. We have stuff lying around like this. Tables with lights on. Couches. More tables. Things that we can't use for absolutely nothing in this game. But it's there because it adds to the immersion. Just like sitting here. We can sit down. We can enjoy the view. Look at that. We have clouds even here. I mean, yeah. I am still very excited about this game, as you can probably hear. And then we have the hammerhead here, Aegis Dynamics. Even if you get close, you can see the little imperfections in the screen. And these are modeled, so I mean, yeah. I think that Chris Roberts said in an episode I saw of Inside Star Citizen. I'm not sure about what it was, but one of the series that you can watch, where he says that what they are developing here is a high fidelity space game, so that's why it takes so long a time. And I agree. Not that I could certainly agree that it takes a long time, but it is high fidelity. And what makes it high fidelity is that it's believable. And what makes it believable is all that redundant stuff that is flying, that is sort of placed around, flying, standing, hanging, all that, signs, commercials, annoying sounds, all that. Even a girl who's standing there and looking really terrifying with the way she looks at me. You have the easy habs. You have these. When you get these, just think about it. You can walk out from the easy hab here. Then you can go in. You can put in a coin, and you can get something from the automat. I mean, yeah. But what they have done is that they have completely changed the layout of the stations. So the bigger stations. Don't think this is present in the R&Rs, rest and relaxation stations, but the bigger stations, Bikini Point, Eros Harbor, and Port Tressler, they have this in common. So you start down there. Well, the layout is a bit different from station to station, but generally you start out at the elevators. Then you can buy something to drink, something to eat, whatever you want. If you start from the easy habs, it's down there. And then you go to these, and it even says here, inner station transit elevators. So we're going to call an elevator. And they have added a new deck. if you will, to these bigger stations, and that is the cargo center. Let me show you, because this is something that I'm looking really forward to having fully implemented into the game. So this is the cargo center. So for a hauler like me, this is where I would probably go as the very first thing. So as you can see, we have this big hall here. And in all honesty, it isn't really that big, but it feels big. Because you have you have these layers of sound. You have the containers. It all adds to the immersion. You have this guy here fixing the floor lamp. You have the office up here where they probably control all the cranes and all that. And so this is completely redundant. Right now, I can't do anything here. Nothing. There's nothing for me to do here. And I'm not even sure that there ever will be anything for the players to do here. But it adds to the immersion. It adds to the fact that it makes this believable. These big container haulers here, and all that. And then we have these, a lot of these no unauthorized personal doors around. And then you have the exit sign. I mean, this is so cool. Alright, so here we have sort of the meat of the cargo deck. Again in here. Why do we have this? Why is this here? This is here because if it weren't, it wouldn't really be believable. Because in a cargo hall, in a warehouse, there are doors, there are elevators that are not meant for the customers. They are made for the employees, for the maintenance people, and all that. But this is sort of the main meat of this. So we have, that's Big Benny, so this is Benny Hench, right? So we have a Kovalex stand here, just where you can put in these boxes if you're doing box mission. We have a rental where we can rent, for now I think it's a couple of ships, yeah. The Freelancer, the Eventer Titan, and the Cutlass Black. So this is a transporter, a courier, and a multi-role. I wonder if this is a player. No, it's not. Wait. Hi. Yeah, we can buy stuff here. So this is where you can where you can buy working clothes. You can buy the Grey Cat multi-tool. You can buy gloves, gauntlets. You can buy rucksack. You can buy loads of different stuff here. All sort of revolving around the working man. So the trader, the hauler, the
Hi, welcome to the store.
Thank you. What do you sell? Nothing. You can buy new working shoes, boots. I mean, so cool. Here we have the logistics part. So basically what I think that all the cargo trading that you're going to do will be via these terminals here. This is the cargo deck, and you can even buy something to drink. So if you want to, you could buy this. Store it. Store. What store? We could buy an energy bar. Store that. And we could buy water. And store that. Hi. Hi. Hello? Oh, well. Maybe it's something with me and women, because they certainly don't want to talk with me. But that's it. That's really the cargo deck. And hopefully these screens up here will show either cargo missions that you can do or something similar. Yeah. That's it. That's basically what we have for the cargo deck. Let me just go back. Let me meet you at the elevators. All right, so now we're back at the elevators. Let's call it. Let's go to the Galleria. And no, I don't think we're going to meet the T-1000 there or anything like that. The Galleria and Terminator 2. So no. But the Galleria is sort of what I think most people that play Star Citizen are used to seeing when they enter sort of a station like this. But this is the meat of the station regarding if you want to buy stuff, if you want to get something to drink, if you want to visit a bar. For example, here we have a weapons shop. And this looks like a clothing store. Not actually sure what they sell, but well, clothes, of course.
Anything I can help you with.
But clothing, right? So we can sort of take a sneak peek at what they got. Footwear. Don't think I can see it. No, that's a problem, right? I don't have anything to. Oh, there it was. So this is the shoes that you can. That doesn't seem right. But there you can buy clothing. As should be a bar here somewhere, so let's take a look for that. If you have outstanding fines, I think you can. No, this is a money terminal that doesn't do anything. But yeah, you if you have played Star Citizen, you'll probably notice this. This part of the station. And the reason why I took you to the Galleria is that and look at this again. This is completely and utterly redundant, useless. You can't even get a coffee here. But like I said, it adds to the immersion, it adds to the atmosphere. It makes all of this that you see right here, well, at least in my opinion, makes it believable. Again, right here. Microwaves. What the heck? Can't even open them. I can't do anything with them. Again, coffee machine. Can't do anything. These all of this. Can't do anything with it, but it's there nonetheless. Well, the vending machines are going to be activated at some point, but other than that, there's not much you can do. But like I said, it adds to the immersion. So here we have sort of a hologram of Bikini Point. And as you can see, we have juice bars. We have burrito bars. We have a rest and relaxation area, like this. And I mean, again, this is completely redundant. There's no need for anyone to have this right here. You could just remove it all and put something else instead. But it adds to the immersion of the game. It adds to the believability that this is actually not something that was just put in here for us to have places to buy food or anything like that, but it was actually put in here for us to believe that we're actually on a station where we can eat stuff, see stuff, buy stuff, do stuff. We have pizzas, hot dogs. We have this area here with benches. One fella here. We can sit. And we can say, "Hi, how are you?" So, how's your day been? Okay? Yeah, it's been a long day for me. I'm hauling a lot of cargo. What about you? What do you do? Who are you looking at? Probably not doing much. I'm not sure whether there's a bar here. And again, we have this area here. Why is that? What do you need that for? You don't need it. You don't. You really don't need it. It is completely redundant. You can go in here, you can't even buy noodles. You can buy cola. I'm pretty sure that we will be able to buy noodles at one point, but right now we can't. Can't buy anything. But it adds to the immersion. It adds to the believability in this area that we're in. And that's what I really like about what they have done. Not just in recent patches, but all along. That what they wanted to give us is simply just not something to do in the game. Somewhere to go, somewhere to trade, somewhere to buy food, anything like that. What they wanted to give us, what CIG wanted to give us, clearly in my opinion, is atmosphere. The feeling, the sensation being here. The only thing that's missing right now, actually, in my opinion, is smell. If I could smell this station, could smell all the little nuances of the air that I'm breathing right now in the game. If I could taste that or smell that in real life, that would just make it perfect. Honestly. Alright, so let me see if there's a bar down here. I don't think so. Look at us. Then we have this little sign here. Opening soon. I mean... oh. Fire assembly. Right? No, we need to go up. I think the... yeah. Now, I'm pretty sure that what I'm going to do in the admin station at this point right now is actually going to be what we are going to do at the cargo deck eventually. But right now, we're still doing the trading part here. So we have these... hi. Let me just say hi to him.
Need something?
No, not really. Let me just... how's it going?
I'm okay. Just working.
Yeah, me too. So, bye.
Bye.
You can have a conversation. Oh, this is so cool. Alright, so, trading. Let me start by saying that what we're going to buy now is... let me see... Drake Caterpillar. I already bought the scraps. For 136. So I'm going to have to calculate it because I didn't write it down. I'm trying to make sort of a calculation of my incomes and expenses whenever I haul. So I think the final part of I'm going to show you here. It's going to be us going to Levski to sell some scraps and buy some hydrogen. Let me see if I can remember. There they are. And like I said, I'm going to cut a little bit here and there, but this episode here is going to be longer than I usually make him. I will try to... I know that I've recently tried to put it at somewhere around 30 minutes, but I actually think in light of how these episodes usually turn out, and that, well, Star Citizen is very much a slow-paced game. So I think that episodes of 45 minutes should be reasonable in order to get all the things done that we want to get done. But obviously, I'm going to cut out part of the the travels and all that, unless something very interesting happens. There's no need for you to really see it. So, not that I don't want you to see it, but it's just a fact. There's no really need. Now, let me just show you something before we reclaim the ship. Look at this. This is a city. And these clouds here? I'm not sure if we can see it, but they're actually moving. Look at that. Look at this. They're moving and they're changing. I mean, I am so much impressed with what CIG has done here. Oh yes, one thing I can add to the conversation is that I have finally upgraded from flying around using a Logitech dual action controller to having a real HOTAS setup. So I have the Thrustmaster T16000M flight stick. I have the Thrustmaster T16000 throttle or TCM throttle or whatever it's called. And then I have the pedals, the pedals that comes with this set. I don't use the pedals in Star Citizen because there's no really need for it. But I do regularly use them when I play Microsoft Flight Simulator, definitely, because there you use the pedals to control the plane around when you taxi. Anchor 4. Yeah, one thing they've added as well. I'm not sure they're going to. Yes, you can see here, Anchor 4. So if I forgot, and I often forgot which anchor I have to go to, it will always remind me. That was, and Anchor 4. Here we are. Anchor 4. And there it is. My Drake Caterpillar. I'm going to make a review of the Caterpillar at some point. I want to tell you why I really enjoy this ship. Find it to be one of the most interesting ships to fly around, and it's not just because it has really huge guns on the turrets. Because it does. Look at that. I mean, seriously. What was that? Oh, that was it. Alright. There are some graphical issues, some funny stuff going on, all that, but generally, I think they have done a pretty decent job in removing some of the worst bugs that we have seen. Yeah, one of the things that they have made, and I can't show you that right now, but one of the things that they have made is that if I was standing right here and someone was flying my ship, and let's take this steps here instead, stairs, and they made a sudden jolt in one direction, you would be able to see on me that jolt getting in that direction. Let's see. It's in the hallway. Here it is. Let's start it up.
Hello and welcome aboard your Drake interplanetary craft.
Let's find our destination. We're going to Delamar. Yeah, let's just keep it at Delamar. And let's ask for permission to take off. Well, that's nice. Let's turn that all the way up. So I have set up a bunch of buttons on my HOTA setup. I can't remember half of them, but I think I'll write them down at some point, somewhere. So the first couple of videos I'm going to fly around and trade a lot. Try to trade in also in the Connie, the constellation Andromeda I have. Obviously I won't make nearly as much as I do in the Caterpillar, because the Caterpillar can hold more than 5 times as much cargo as the constellation. Let's get started. Let's take off.
Launch complete.
There we go. So let's get down. Pull up the landing gear.
Landing gear up.
There we are. There is Dilemma. Those are the Newton repeaters. Let's get started.
Quantum drive is now.
Alright, so it's going to take a little bit of time to fly this route here, but a couple of minutes I think it's all in all. And then we're going to see how much I actually going to make here, because Spirit seems to be giving the most amount of money. You buy it for 232,000 and you sell it again for 311, 306. It gives me 79,304. Okay, we have arrived at Dilemma. Let's go to Levski and sell this, and then I'm going to say goodbye for this time. Just as always, please remember, likes and subscribes, they always help me. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you like what I do and want to be notified whenever I make something new, which hopefully will come here in the future, the foreseeable future, steadily, once or twice a week. Different titles, of course. You should subscribe to my channel and hit that little bell notification thingy so that you can get all the information you need in order to be notified whenever I put out something new.
Quantum drive is now.
Hello, Levski. It's been a while. Unfortunately, they have removed my good friend who always calls me when I land at Levski. Don't know why they've done that. Whoop. I must say that, in my opinion, having this HOTA setup, it really helps in flying these ships. It's so much easier. In my opinion, that is. Of course, let me just see. Where is Levski? Oh, right ahead. There we go. Let's call the ETC.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
I will. Definitely. Alright. Turn on the light and get the landing gear.
Landing gear down.
Let's turn down the speed needle here. Now, one of the things that I don't like about the caterpillar is that I have honestly a real hard time landing it. Not that it's sort of particularly hard to land, but more that I always tend to do it like this. Right. There we go. Nice and easy.
Landing complete.
So, we have landed and
Complete. Have a pleasant stay.
they have registered. Good. So let's buy some quantum fuel. And there we go. Let's turn off the lights. Let's turn off the engines.
Offline.
Go out of the seat. Let's go down and sell our scrap and see how much we get. Now let me just show you one thing. This is the habitation axis. If I'm not mistaken, you cannot sit here yet, but look at this. It even has a little cooking area. This is what I would expect from a working area ship. And here we have the cargo module. You can just barely get in here. 2 bunks. Screens. It's almost like sort of you're sitting here and watching a television or something like that. You have a cooking area, even the toilet. Look at this. I'm not sure you even have this. This is probably supposed to be some kind of sliding door, but there's absolutely no privacy here. Just you sit down and you do your thing, wash your hands, and then you leave. Alright, let's take the elevator down. To Levski. So, well, welcome to Levski. And here we are at Customs. Now, for some reason, this area here is really hard on frames. I'm not sure why. Whenever you exit that area, the frame rates go up again. So, I'm not sure what the heck is going on. So let's get started. Trading. First we're going to sell. Come on. Drake Caterpillar. Scrap. 105,978. Yes, let me put that into my little 105,978. That was it, right? 105,978. Yes. Enter. So all in all, the things I've done right now, I have earned 186,511 on my route. Now, there are definitely routes that will give more than that. No doubt. But I think it's a fair amount of money. Let's just buy the hydrogen that we want. Going to cost us 50,760. So I'm going to put that in. 50,760. Yep. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for being part of my channel. Thank you for being part of this little tiny community that we have going on here. If you feel that anyone you know should be part of this community, if you feel that what I do would probably be in their interest to see as well, then please send them my way, because I can definitely use all the viewers and all the likes and all the subscribers that I can get. And I am grateful for each and every one of you that is subscribed to my channel. I really are. Thank you very much, all of you. No matter what you are a regular visitor and watch all that I put out, or you just watches a little subset of what I put out, or you don't get here very often because you want to do anything else. No matter what your reasons are, I want to thank you for being part of my community here, part of my channel. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.